Let me tell you a story. Your new story begins, and the cycle is broken. For those that are very familiar with the subconscious, you understand the importance of this moment. When it comes to the subconscious, when it comes to real actual change, it's never on the big flashy days, you know? It's never on these major events where everyone's watching, but it happens very quietly. And in today's lesson, we are going to be discussing which is the most important thing for the quality of your everyday life and what you're experiencing: the story. The story that you tell yourself. The story that lingers in your head when that head hits the pillow at night. Today, your new story begins, and the cycle is finally broken. And it takes a lot of energy to do this. Mass amount of people are going through this change. In the past few videos, I've been discussing the physical changes that have been occurring because your frequency had to shift, what you're broadcasting. And now, today, what is happening, right? We were going inside, all the internal work, all the internal changes. And now it's an outward force. In order to have that very powerful outward force, there was a quote I recently heard, and it had to deal with if you had 6 hours to chop down this very massive tree, how would you approach it? And the answer was spending the first 3 hours sharpening the axe. People go out into the world and they don't understand the importance of doing work that no one else is going to see. It's that inner work, that sharpening of the axe. He needs the axe. and now that your axe is super sharp, you actually, even though you spend less time, you know, someone else with a dull axe, they can't topple that tree down. And if you are here and you're listening and you're able to focus your attention throughout this talk today, you are able to topple insurmountable odds, if you will, where a normal person cannot do it, but you can do it. The phrase, if it was easy, everyone would do it, is very relevant to your spiritual journey. As you ascend, you are able to do things that no one else can do, but there was a lot of stuff that had to happen that no one saw. No one saw these things, and you didn't see it. And that's why this message is very powerful today. This is actually the most powerful aspect. It is what's in the invisible. We're live. I appreciate everyone that hits the like button. It pushes this message forward. A lot of people, you are realizing today that the cycle is finally broken. The cycle is finally broken. How can you tell? So we have been in a gestation period, and we think it happens all on this massive event day, on this full moon, on this super strong X-class solar flare. It doesn't happen on that actual day. And the truth of the matter is, there is a gestation period. Do you know this? If you don't know it, you're going to learn it today. And the reason is the actual change happens on the inside, and it's that click of the frequency. Your outer world, anyone that's new, if you're new to me, I'm Michael. I discuss ascension, psychology, and quantum shifting. Do you want to quantum shift your life? You could raise your hand. Oh my God, you could click subscribe. You could have a brand new life today by watching this channel. Oh my God. Well, when the quantum shift happens, when the frequency shifts, it's actually like, it's clicking. It is holy shift, Ronnie. It's clicking, right? Like something on the inside, but the outer world that you're observing, oh, look at all these things, these people, these situations in the outer world. It's on a delay. It's on a delay. That's why this is one of the things that, and again, we all struggle with it, to go through this shift. You actually have to totally ignore the outer world. To people that are new to this, that might sound a little strange, but the outer world is not real. If you haven't watched my world famous video that we actually glitched the Matrix as I was filming it, none of this is real. We'll reshare that video if you haven't. None of this is real, bro. You could write it in the comments today. None of this is real, bro. Well, what do you mean? You know, I never heard this information before. Some people have heard this information. Some people are new to this journey. None of this is real. What do you mean? Well, it's residue. It's part of the frequency that you were broadcasting from the story that you told yourself in your head, in your subconscious. And guess what? You were told a story maybe by mainstream media. You might have been told yourself a story by your narcissistic parents growing up, or your broken elementary school teacher. And again, this is just the way of the world. And what we're doing is realizing that these things actually exist. And, you know, we went through it. And what we need to do, or maybe you had things, trauma implanted in you from a Disney movie, right? We talked about that. Remember how all the parents, right? Fear of abandonment. There goes Bambi. Boom, right? All these. There goes Mufasa. There he goes off the cliff. Oh, what happened, right? So you might be a child, okay? Very traumatic for us lions, okay? Those that resonate with lions, now you're starting to see the deeper picture, okay? I appreciate that, Lieutenant. You didn't realize when you were a child, okay, or maybe in the workplace, or maybe your friends were picking on you in the elementary school, and you held this. And all of a sudden you had a story that was running in the background. You got to understand the subconscious. Your life will change from this channel. And that's why I'm grateful for everyone that is hitting that like button recently and clicking subscribe, and it's pushing, and we're creating a movement, and we're moving it forward. There are people that are tuned into this message that you had a story. You had a story that was running in your subconscious. And that story was maybe of lack and limitation, or maybe I can only achieve a certain level, which created what was called a frequency fence. Remember the frequency fence? I was out there on the lake. I said, we're going to tear this frequency fence down, light warriors. We have to attack the fence, and you got to all go towards the fence all at the same time. And what you're doing is creating, all right, a constructive interference wave, right? Science here, right? And when that constructive, when we're all coming together and we're interfering, right? It's an interference wave. Oh, the matrix reality is not real. No. But when everyone is pushing today, everyone is focusing their attention like a laser beam today, all of a sudden we have written a new story, and your new story begins today. And you have this evidence. So you might have seen in the past couple of days a little blip, a new situation pops up, A new person pops up in your everyday life. And it's important because that situation, that person, whatever it is, and you move forward with whatever the experience is in science. Ready? Here it comes, right? Everyone's going to write it down. Everyone's going to write it down. Write it down, class, right? Everyone liked my master. Did you like Mr. D's master class yesterday? If anyone's dealing with major issues in your stomach, all right, you're going to watch yesterday's lesson. And you're going to understand what the heck people are saying. What's going on right now? You came to the right place. Okay. So we're all going to write it down. When you, because we had to, what do we have to do? We have to break the cycle. We have to break the loop. The word is neuroplasticity. We have to build a new neural pathway in the brain. So if you do the same thing, if you make the same decision, if you always make the same choice, and then finally something new popped up and you said, heck it, I'm going to go with it. It's so powerful. And the reason why it's so powerful is because of neuroplasticity. And now you have now built a new neural pathway in the brain that you, the person that's getting this message, for the rest of this year, which is the most important year in the history of humanity, the fire horse is up and running. Yeah. You are now moving forward with the new neural pathway. That little thing, that's that quantum event, that quantum shift. You don't realize the magnitude. It's almost like the butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. I can remember reading Rainbow. I love LeVar. He used to read me books when I was a kid. Who remembers reading Rainbow? And the butterflies are flying. LeVar is here. We're going, baby. We're going today. And that's and that's the power. You remember LeVar, Sylvia? Yeah, reading Rainbow was tremendous. So now you're the butterfly in the sky, and the butterfly is creating the butterfly effect. And you don't realize the massive flip of the wing that becomes a massive storm that goes onto the earth, that changes the landscape of the world for everyone. In recent times, you were the caterpillar, and you had to go through Heinrich metamorphosis, and you won't learn about the power of the subconscious on CNN and all those other fancy fake reality shows that you see on TV, but you're going to learn it here. We're going to learn it here. You're going to sit you down. Do you want to start creating your life, or do you just want to watch fake celebrities on the TV? I'll let you answer the question. I'll wait a minute. So now I'm going to say it again now that I got your attention. How you doing? How you doing? Do you want to start creating your life, or do you just want to watch fake celebrities on the TV? There is a difference. See, I take part in the world. I share from a place of authenticity. I learn when I watch some of these movies. I learn when I watch sports. But there are people that it's where it comes from. There are people that just sit and they watch. I mean, I don't watch the fake reality shows, but I see the deeper picture. I mean, we have broken down some of those beautiful movies, right? Like They Live, they really live. Right. So if you've done the inner work, if you've shifted your mode and now you're observing and you're learning from everything, that's a good thing. But if you're sitting there and you're watching the low hanging fruit, The Bachelorette and all this other stuff that's pumping disgusting programs in the women's head. There's a lot of demented modern women out there. Where'd they come from? Oh, they came from, the TV was programming their brains. You ever watch The Bachelor? All this. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Okay, anyone? Conscious Warrior 33, thank you so much for the super chat. Grateful for you, brother. It's our time to shine, baby. It's our time to shine, yeah. Appreciate that. Dwight, thank you so much for the super chat. Jesus inverted the desert to paradise pattern by going directly into the wilderness. You got to go directly into it after baptism. This allows the individual to be paradise itself in the wilderness. You become the garden. It's interesting that you brought that up. You know, when you observe the movements of God, God put me in the wilderness, and then as now I'm the creator, God trains you, and then when you say, oh, I'm not oh no, God already showed, I don't want that in my life. I don't want that in my life. And what happens is, you say, I put myself into the wilderness. You stop participating in a matrix. You stop participating. This is the world that we're in. You're in a world. And what you need to do, ready? What you need to do, and this is a massive change, you stop participating. If the same type of person keeps showing up for a relationship, if the same time, you got to stop participating in it. Because if you're going to continue this journey and you're not giving it your attention, it's the currency of the universe, then all of a sudden it fades off the timeline. This is such a powerful message today. Smash into the like button if you've realized this, and it keeps pushing the momentum forward today. You got to stop participating in that stuff. You got to stop paying attention to that. And this is where, you know, the powerful men of the world, the Sigma males, I'll put myself into the wilderness. Have you done that, brother? I'll put myself into the wilderness. I'm not getting involved with these loser girls over here. Nah, I'm not gonna be pulled into the fear. Heck, I'll take the TV and I'll throw the cable box out the window. There's a lot of people. I save you a lot of money. Yeah, you could save a lot of money on your cable bill. Yeah, just put YouTube on your smart TV. You could, and click subscribe, and you can watch Our Everyday Lives every day. Yeah. You're going to get to that place. Right? This is where the internal shift comes from. And you say, heck, I'll put myself into it. I ain't going to participate. I'd rather talk to the birds on the beach than deal with this nonsense. You got to get empowered today. You have to walk the walk today, because today your new story begins. Your new story begins. And the purpose of this was to become more of your authentic self. So powerful. And we're focusing on the words of Carl Jung right now. We're focusing on the words of Carl Jung right now on this very powerful moment, on this very powerful day. It is a privilege of a lifetime to become who you truthfully are. And today we become. Do you get it now? You're worthy. You have to lift the hammer today. You become worthy. Those Tesla numbers are powerful. Yeah. You're worthy. So one of the things so what is the upcoming shifts? Write the word down, support. Everyone's writing it down. Okay. Mr. D's going to do the notebook check, support. And this is where a massive change happens. And you could review this topic. I left this video out on the beach. And some people don't like it. Some people get it. God will drop you off. And this is how this wilderness topic came up. And it's important. And you get nothing. You got no help. You had to do it all alone. You were, all of a sudden, nope, no help, nothing. You got no help from no one. And this is where you actually get the power. You have been in this phase. You have been in this phase, right? Chat's blowing up right now. Did you go through this phase? You become stronger, Luna writes. Absolutely. We're back. Love to all writes. So you were dropped off Nothing. Now we're actually getting support. And because you did this all by yourself, when you finally get support, it's an exponential, and you're ready to go. It comes from a different place. When I always will bring up bypassing, because it is just the way of the modern world. The modern world with quick fixes. Some people do this in the gym. They want to get a quick fix in the gym. People know my journey very well, and there are people in this world that you've built the foundation, and honestly, as I observe the humans fall, it's 2 to 3 years. It's 2 to 3, and then I have some of my friends, all with the same people. I discussed the law of 80-20, Pareto's principle, and you're going to see this everywhere. You'll see it on the internet. You'll see it within, people that are, doing their spiritual journey. And some people always will go to the quick fix. And then there's people that want to become an athlete. There's people that it's always 80-20. And, when I sit around with some of my buddies, and sometimes I go back home and I still see the same people. And they're actually getting better over the years. And then you see people, and they show up, and they fade, and they disappear, and they dissipate. 2 to 3 years, you could book it. And that's just the way of the world. So what you need to do is you have to understand and analyze. That's what I do. That's why I'm here. The laws of the universe. Pareto's principle is a 100%er. If you actually sit back and you observe nature, observe trends on the TV, observe people. I used to be a school teacher, and the average length of time for a school teacher was 3 years. Most people did not make it past 3 years. Maybe you're a school teacher and you know this. So there is as I sit and I analyze, I see that our lives really go through those cycles. There are cycles within cycles, and you will start to see this pop up. And you could see, like, everyone kind of knows the annual cycle, but then there's bigger cycles. And if you are able to pass through, because some people don't pass through, and what happens, let's go back to the main idea of the lesson, then people will be stuck in that cycle, and then they'll do it again, and they'll be at that level. Okay, a very powerful, potent message today. The cycle is broken today, and now you raise forward. Love is Here knows a lot of things have been happening to prevent people from ascending in this very potent and pivotal year. And you, the person that is tuned into this message, you are able to overcome. You are able to ascend. And our inner child is our soul state, Nikki. Observation, so important. People are not observing. People are asleep at the wheel. And I've done very powerful videos about NPCs, and I discuss the reticular activating system. And I encourage everyone to study those videos and understand it. And for some people, it's not their fault. And all I could do is talk about it. And if you can't understand that, if a person is say, oh, I want to improve my life, but I can't hold my attention span. I only watch fear-based content on mainstream media and social media. I'm just giving you the truth right now. Don't get so perturbed, right? But this is the answer. So today, right, you could click subscribe. You could show up. You could watch the videos. You could, now I'm moving forward. Because your or a person's reticular activating system, or your RAS in the brain, was programmed. It was programmed for fear. And there are people in the world that are addicted to fear. And they don't want to care about love. And they don't want to care about growth. But if you're able to break the cycle, did you break the cycle today? Let us know in the comments. We have to break the cycle today. And now we are supported. Many people give up, all right? And when you treat this reality as the game that it is, this is a game. It's the game of life. And some people, they stop on level 2 when you had to get to level 8. You beat the first Bowser, then you go to the next. Hey, it's still not here. No, you got to go 8 or you know, and there's no warp zones, okay? Complete run through. Those that watch the videos when they play the games, complete run through. No warp zones, okay? No skipping, no bypassing. You got to get exploration rewards. All right? And that's what we have been doing. And now we've gotten the exploration, and you have special weapons because you explored the whole level. Some people, they skipped it, and now they got to they didn't sharpen that axe, right? They didn't get those exploration rewards, but you did. So the actual thing that happened was you changing your subconscious. And when we change our subconscious, and we now have the programs. Some people don't have the programs. Some people are stuck. We all get stuck. But this is how, when you make a free will decision, and this is going to come up for many people. I hope people are listening to this. You will have the decision to do the same thing you always do, or you are going to make a different decision from the heart space, not the ego space, not the victimhood space, from the heart space. And that's why this process was almost impossible for many people that are rooted in the ego. Remember that the ego is part of our life. It's part of the journey. You're not here to be someone's doormat. I've done full video on this, okay? Your ego is not to be ignored. There's also people that are way out of balance with this. You're not someone's doormat, okay? That's what it's for. But then there's people that are just like, it's too much. Okay, again, 80-20. 80% the soul, the 20% is not today, right? When people disrespect, were you disrespected? Are you my little empath? I love you, my little empath. Well, Carl Jung talks about the journey of the empath. You ain't no one's doormat anymore, girl. You ain't everyone's doormat, brother. When you go through this, and the empath has gathered the information, and you gather information through experience, now you can move forward, and you already have the answers, and the answers to this whole game is in your subconscious. It's in your subconscious. So you have to move forward. And you are moving forward. And you operated your trillions of cells in your body, your stomach, your spine. If you say, I'm interested in this, I recently did full master class on it. You'll watch it, okay? It was calibrated. And if you are a person and you're feeling uncomfortable in your body, you are a living thing. Okay, so don't be Captain Literal, man. But if there was an antenna, and now the antenna is being twisted to pick up a different frequency, that's you are now picking up the new frequency. Therefore, your new story begins today, and the cycle is broken. And I would like to talk a little bit more onto this, and it's going to help you on your journey so it's not so spooky. When people discuss generational curses. But when you look at the quantum DNA and you understand that there are things that your whole family lineage might have dealt with, and they were never able to overcome it. And that's where this term chosen one comes from. And people don't understand it, and there's people that get triggered by that term. But if you are the chosen one of your family lineage, you are the one to break the cycle. You were the one that was able to rewrite the subconscious programs. Do you understand this now? And now you can move forward, relax. And this is where it becomes so difficult, and there are paradoxes to this, because in order for us to experience it, our nervous system must be relaxed. However, when we go through these big shifts, big changes, your nervous system goes into fight or flight because it's a change. So I understand, and that's why this process is difficult, and that's why you cannot do this in a TikTok, in a reel, in 1 minute or one video. It takes months, if not years. And there are people that are doing this already, and you could do it today. You could click subscribe. It does not change. This is a paradox. And the answer is your nervous system must be relaxed for you to actually experience it. However, when your nervous system is designed by nature to view something different as a threat, I don't know, because it's always the same. It's part of our biological nature. Okay, gotta stay safe. Safety and security, right? So this is where it becomes a paradox. And this is where your Uncle Mike, how you doing, right? And I come in, right? And I could share from firsthand experience, and you could focus your attention on positive content. If you are a person, what's up, Kimberly? If you are a person and you got to run out, and you're still looking at the CNNs and the Foxes and all that other stuff, and the gongs and the breaking news, and there you are sitting all day. I'm just giving you the answer. You're going to be stuck there. If you are watching low-hanging fruit, you're watching the Bachelorette garbage, Bachelor garbage. That's why you get a loser modern woman or a loser beta male. And what I'm here to do is raise up warriors. Are you a warrior? Or are you just going to sit there, obey, consume the TV because they live? Do you see the bigger picture today? Today we see the bigger picture. Today we're operating out of the heart space. Today is an outward force. Today is an outward force. We have been in an internal state to go through the Heinrich metamorphosis. Today it shifts. It's the Hermetic principle of rhythm. So as that sharpening of the blade, as I started the lesson off, all the energy is churning up on the inside. Boom, and now the floodgates are moving forward, right? So it's never on those big loud days, but what happens is on those big loud days, there is a gestation period because that energy went into your body. And your nervous system might be go, ooh. Did your nervous system go, ooh, in the past few days? Let us know, okay? And again, if you're still dealing with the stomach issues, you study yesterday's lesson. And for anyone, remember, we're on a journey, and on the journey, there is no finish line. So every time you want an actual change, and this is a big one, this one is the big kahuna, that stomach is going to feel that. That's a master class I put on, right? That's a master class. It's not comfortable to become the butterfly. Marcia writes, I am the butterfly. I love you. This is where we are going through that change that will be sustainable. So things in life, that's what I was discussing earlier. There are people, if you say to yourself, I saw this person collapse, these people fade, because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. But when you have done the inner work, so one of the things I've been sharing up with a lot of my gym buddies, and if you haven't watched my video, How to Reset Your Body for Optimal Health, if you have detox and you have cleansed out your endocrine system, all this other stuff, now you're operating like a well-oiled machine. Many people are bypassing it. Many people are not really realizing the amount of toxins that are in this world. Is there a lot of toxins in this world? Let us know. So until you address the issue at a very deep level, and that's what we've all been doing in the past, really in the past year. Last year, we had to shed our skin. And the fire horse right now you had to leave the old behind, because that horse needs to run as fast as possible. Do you want to carry all this baggage and slug? And okay, I talked about stagnation yesterday. You could say to us, yeah, I maybe had a little stagnation. Angel by the Sea writes 0 booze. Yeah, you got to stay away from that Al Ghul. I never got into it. Again, if you've done your shift, and everyone's in a different place in life. When I teach authentically. I teach from an area that I could talk to 1 million people. Everyone's in a different place. Like, there was a time in my life I couldn't watch football. I couldn't watch anything. I literally only focused on listening to a frequency and getting into myself. And I went through this phase. Okay, I went through this phase because my timeline was and there was real actual stuff that I had to do. This is what Nikola Tesla did. Did Nikola Tesla stop from the idea? No. Did Nikola Tesla stop when he's writing his papers? No. You had to bring the invention into this reality. And what we do here as scientists, what we do here as light warriors, is now we have to do what many other people don't do, is really actually bring it into your life. You could sit there and you have a beautiful idea and it sits there in your brain and it never actually comes to fruition. You could sit there, girl, and you could dream, oh, there's my dream man, but you're just going to keep running away. That it's never going to come into play. The difference is actually doing it in everyday life. Other than that, it's spiritual bypassing. Other than that, it's escapism. You are here to play the game. And the thing that has been stopping you, anyone that hasn't broken this cycle right now, I'm going to drop an F-bomb live on the air, a filthy F word, 4-letter F word. Fear. Fear. You're just afraid, girl. Brother, you got to get up. You got to swing that hammer. Okay? Who's swinging the hammer now, kid? Who's swinging the hammer now? This is what you got to do today. If you're being motivated, smash the out of that like button. Smash that like button right now. This is when you're worthy, okay? So I have been sharing this. We take the path of the warrior, okay? Mjolnir is able to destroy the old, and that's why this is such a powerful wielding of the weapon for those that are on this journey, and that's why I love this hammer. I love this hammer. Do you like my hammer? It destroys the old, and then it builds the new. And for this journey of ascension, this is the answer. And it's always going to be the answer. This is the answer. You must destroy the old. You have to do it. It comes from a different place. If the old is taken from you, it's going to be hard. But if you, as we stated early, if you say, I'll destroy it myself, I'll go into the wilderness myself. It comes from a different place, men. I'll do it myself. I'll destroy it. I'll bust it down to the studs, and then I will build it again. Understand, this is why I wield the hammer. And in this lesson today, you got to get this through your brain. I will destroy it and knock it down to the studs if it's no good. I'll do it myself. And then I will build a new earth myself. And that's the power of Mjolnir. Get it through your brain. That's good, man. Stacy M, thank you so much for the super chat. Got here late. Gonna start at the beginning. Rewatch this if you're just coming in. This is such a powerful episode. I already know it's great knowledge being spoken. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. Raise the hammer today, Stacy. Jill Warsaw, 888. The abundance codes are coming in right now. I appreciate you, Jill. Thanks for the amazing show, cracking me up with the hard truths. Yeah, we do it hard. We drop the hard truths. We drop the hammer. We move on. We carry on. That's what we do here, Jill. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you have to take responsibility. Ooh, I don't like responsibility. Oh, I thought Ascension, I was going to be a spiritual bypasser, and I was going to do this and hold the crystal, and I was going to ask the guru to do it. Nah, son, this is what I do. This is what you have to do. This is what I did. And this is how you move forward in your life. If you have to pick the hammer up yourself and bash your old life, smash it to smithereens. Smash it, son. Smash your old life. And then build a new one. Don't be afraid to smash. Just a little smash. You see it? Do you feel the power? Can you feel it riveting through you? The new story begins. The cycle is broken. Now we can begin anew. And if you don't do this, that's a good hammer then, right? You like that? Maybe we'll just leave it there from now on. I'm going to knock it over. Smash it down. Smash it down to the studs. And that's how you break the cycle. The cycle is going like this. Your life. Someone's got to hear this today. I'll change your life if someone hears this. You have to get this vision. Your life is, you got to get so fed up. You got to get so strong, and you pick the hammer up, and you're looking at your life going like this. Round and round we go, where we stop. It never stops. It keeps looping, and that's your subconscious. And then you pick that hammer up, and you smash, and you bash, and you break the cycle, and then you move forward. It's the only way. It's the only way. Other than that, there are people, it's all stuff I discuss, and you could click subscribe today. There are people that win the lotto. They put all the money back. They go back into bankruptcy because they didn't change their frequency. They keep getting the same miserable beta male. They have failed marriage after failed marriage. I'm just calling things how they are. Please don't get triggered. What I'm trying to do is inspire you to say enough is enough. I'm tired of these fake relationships. I'm tired of this job. I'm tired of it. You got to pick the hammer up. Smash TF out of it. And finally, the cycle is broken. And that's the answer today. That's the answer. This was a good one today. Was this a good one? Did you love it? Oh, baby. So these are the answers in life. Now that we have broken it down to the studs, now we get to the support, okay, to build up to the sky. We are building upward to the sky. It's a very powerful message today. And this is when I say embodiment, you are actually going to do. And then when other people see you actually doing, this is where, like, there's people that want to save the world, change the world. When you actually live from your authentic self, you actually literally give people permission to do it, to say, wow, it's just happening in the brain. You're inspiring other people. Oh, I could do this too. I could leave this world behind too. And let's inspire others with this very powerful energy today. You like the Smart Wyndham, Smart US? I appreciate that. So I'm very grateful for the community support. This is an outward force and a movement today. I'm so grateful. Number one, you could have chose to, there's a lot of stuff out there on YouTube and social media, and you chose to watch this. I appreciate that, and it means a lot. So I'm grateful that you watched to the end. It really does mean a lot. And if this message resonates with you, I'm just one man doing this. I'm very grateful if you smash into that like button. It really helps, and I'm grateful for that support. You could click subscribe, and I have some older friends that don't understand this. It's totally free to click subscribe. You just have to press the button. I'm like, no, you just got to press the button. It's not, you don't pay none. And you get a daily notification on your phone, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. And it also helps me push this out through the wonderful algorithms of the world. And please note, I will lead by example. Do not be held in a box. Don't allow this modern world to keep you in a box. Break free of the box and just be yourself. As Carl Jung stated, it is a privilege of a lifetime to become who you truthfully are. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys very much. Check out the videos that pop up here, pinned comment. Check out the shorts. Facebook, we got reels, we got posts all day long on Facebook. I appreciate the community, and I appreciate the community all pushing this forward movement today on this video. You could share the video, whatever it is, however you would like to express your support. I appreciate that, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid no more. Rise up today. Rise up today. Know that you're worthy. That's where it is. It lied in your subconscious. Know that you're worthy today. I love you guys, and I hope this inspires you. Keep going. Big glitch.